I hope that you're enjoying this show, and I hope that you're having a blessed Thanksgiving weekend with your family. I'm reading the words of Governor Bradford when he confessed to the world, and thank God we have it, that the Pilgrims failed, that their plan for communism failed. And they started it in the name of God for the advancement of the Christian faith. Guess what? Communism doesn't work so well for the advancement of the Christian faith. Let me continue reading while we've got a couple minutes left. He said, the strong man or the resourceful man had no more share of food, clothes, etc., than the weak man who was not able to do a quarter the other could. This was thought injustice. The aged and graver men who were ranked and equalized in labor, food, clothes, etc., with the humbler and younger ones, thought it some indignity and disrespect to them. As for men's wives who were obliged to do service for other men, such as cooking, washing their clothes, etc., they considered it a kind of slavery. Well, guess what? It was a kind of slavery. And many husbands would not brook it. Men finally said, we're done with this. My wife is not coming over to wash your clothes and cook your meals. The end. Do it yourself, hire somebody to do it, but it's not happening anymore. He said, this feature of it would have been worse still if they had not been men of an inferior class. It was thought all were to share alike, and all were to do alike. Folks, this is communism. This is the stuff that Karl Marx said, only they were writing it before Karl Marx was even born because it came from some ancient Greek philosophers, okay? It was nonsense with the Greeks. It was nonsense with the Pilgrims. It was nonsense with Karl Marx, and it's nonsense today. Only it's not just nonsense, it's tyranny and oppression and theft and greed and covetousness. I'm on a roll here. And one was thought as good as another. And so, if it did not actually abolish those very revelations which God himself has set among men, all right, he's saying, look, this was coming close to defying the laws of God. It did at least greatly diminish the mutual respect that it is so important should be preserved amongst them. Let none argue that this is due to human failing, rather than to this communistic plan of life in itself. He said, look, it was the communistic plan that was the failure. We all feared God. We made an agreement in the Mayflower Compact. It wasn't human weakness. They were made of stern stuff, people. They risked their lives to come here, okay? They were made of stern stuff. But the communistic plan was inherently flawed, inherently evil, and doomed to failure from the beginning. So, let's add this up and ponder it for ourselves. What are we willing to do and to risk for our Christian faith? What are we willing to do? What sacrifices will we make? What risks will we take to keep our children in the faith? And will we see that the communistic plan itself that is being pushed on us from so many angles, from commerce to healthcare, is an inherently flawed plan, and it is bound to fail? And then, what will we do to extricate ourselves from this mess? Happy Thanksgiving. It is our duty and our salvation, always and everywhere, to give you thanks. Amen. Well, I hope you liked the show. Please feel free to visit our website and watch any of our programs, get any of our books for free. They're all there for you. Happy Thanksgiving.